Just a second. Before, as you respond, I will give you a minute. I would want you to also address the issue of the travel agency.
I'm working on a system whereby may come to a time when we may require that no employment agency charges anyone for getting them a job, and that the money that the employment agencies make should be coming from the company that has hired them to hire. Set up as together an oversight mechanism and a community feedback mechanism, and we have given a toll-free number of 0800 2222223. That is 0800 with 5 2s and a 3 for migrant workers who are outside the country to report distress issues and cases.
Can't we as governments, and let me now say that, can't they be prioritized? Can't we see, you see, because these people were trying to go out for jobs. Yes. That was their end game. And they have been conned. And as we're trying to figure out, there are 1 million jobs, or 1,000 or whichever, can't we prioritize this group of people in the sense that, not that we are saying they just be sent for whatever, but we can look at the skill set and what is up for offer, so that we also show some empathy and, you know, understanding that we can start solving some of their problems.
Actually, there is a big problem, and this is something we have to look, because yes, you have signed a lot of bilateral agreements, but now we don't see the benefit of those bilateral agreements. Tutasaidika aje? Now, like with ones of German tulisikia iko lakini hatuoni, tutasaidika aje? Why don't you come up with something, a system that kama kuna ya Germany tuende pale mahali fulani tukiin tuone kama bado iko ama watu washachukua. Come up with a system. I know there is mechanism that we can handle these things.
Bwana Waziri, as a way of showing empathy to us, as a way of wiping tears in our eyes, as a way of giving us a second hope in life, in these bilateral agreements that you have in your ministry, and recently we saw in Germany, please consider us, give us priority. We will really appreciate.
Hatuna kazi, tuluza mashamba, pikipiki, kila kitu. Hata mimi leo kukuja hapa sijakuwa na transport, nimerukia trailer hii inaendanga Mombasa. Wakaniachia pale hivi. Bwana Waziri, kindly accord us with necessary assistance. Wewe ni mtu wa maendeleo chap, and we recognize your competency in this government. We believe in you, sir. We know you will make it.
Former properties linked to one of the suspects spread across Nairobi, Eldoret, and Machakos counties have already been identified, and efforts are ongoing to trace them and establish more properties which include other suspects, despite the fact that the majority of them are clothed under the guise of third parties. The agency did go to Eldoret. Our investigators were in Eldoret last week, and we have a list of the 1,200 victims who are defrauded, and managed several of them who provided receipts issued to them after making their payments. Caveat has been placed on 21 motor vehicles registered under the names of the key suspects. First Choice Recruitment Consultants Agency Limited operated for 7 bank accounts domiciled in 5 different banks within the county between 2020 to 2023. The accounts received about 300 million, with majority of the money withdrawn in cash just below the reporting threshold, clearly depicting money laundering scheme as defined under Section 3(4) of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. 27 of the bank accounts belonging to the key suspects are being analyzed to trace the money flows, since majority of the bank accounts have 0 balances as of now, while the rest have negligible balances despite the accounts having transacted huge amounts of money during the period of interest to our investigation.
The launch of Absa Foundation is also particularly timely, given the considerable pressure on government resources resulting from limited tax and external resources available to support competing poverty alleviation and growth challenges, including priority programs in education, health, infrastructure, and climate change-induced vulnerabilities. The government does not have the capacity to singularly address all these competing priorities. This underscores the urgent need for leveraging collaboration and partnerships between the government, private sector, and other stakeholders to scale up support for enterprise development. The convergence of the public and private sectors therefore represents a potent alliance capable of propelling innovation and instigating change. This collaborative approach enables us to harness the respective strengths of each other, with the public sector predominantly focused on championing equity and justice, while the private sector contributes through its finance, agility, and capacity for innovation. It is inspiring to see so many responsible corporate organizations and development institutions gathered here today, further cementing the recognition of the immense power of partnerships in reshaping our society and making it a better place for the present and future generations. We have the perfect opportunity to exchange ideas on how to harness the synergy of diverse perspectives, resources, and expertise that will contribute to meaningful progress. I assure you that the government maintains an open policy and welcomes ideas on how we can jointly scale up interventions to address the challenges facing our communities and promote shared prosperity for all. Let me conclude by once again appreciating the Absa Bank leadership and community for making a significant decision to walk in the footsteps of those who have gone ahead on this incredible journey of investing in the people and communities. I wish to recognize the collaboration and partnerships that you bring to the table, which will help you scale up your strategic interventions across sectors and regions. You are certainly creating a powerful vehicle for driving sustainable change. A long journey is always challenging when you walk alone. But working together, we have an opportunity to support each other all the way to a sustainable future. To quote a renowned American author, Helen Keller, who spent her life helping others, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. I am delighted to join you this morning for this auspicious occasion for the launch of the Absa Kenya Foundation. You could not have chosen a better venue. Karura Forest is a serene and unique environmental ecosystem that reminds us of our obligations to protect our heritage, a priceless gift from Mother Nature. It also reinforces the compelling need for us to manage our business and our resources sustainably to make the world a better place for the present and future generations. I take this opportunity to commend Absa Bank Kenya for establishing Absa Kenya Foundation. You have embarked on a significant journey to uplift the livelihoods of the community that supports your business. It is also worth recognizing that your entry into this ecosystem of social investment will expand, diversify, and enrich the social capital ecosystem. You are walking on a pathway that other corporate philanthropists, including Safaricom Foundation, whom you have partnered with, M-Pesa Foundation and MasterCard Foundation, have charted through their contribution to the betterment of society. These corporate foundations, collaborating with donors and partners, have invested billions of shillings in strategic community empowerment programs that have changed the livelihoods of millions of Kenyans. The government appreciates the focus of your foundation on priority areas of our economic development, including entrepreneurship, education, and skills, resource management, health, and humanitarian relief. These economic and social development pillars will support the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and Kenya Vision 2030. It is gratifying to note that you have made entrepreneurship the central pillar of Absa Foundation engagement with the community. You are making a commitment to invest in the future of individual business owners and contribute to Kenya's social and economic transformation. Your support will help address the critical financial and capacity needs of our micro, small, and medium enterprises. These enterprises spread across all sectors and regions of our country and are the bedrock of our economy. They employ over 15 million Kenyans and contribute about 30% of the gross domestic product. The creation of such an ecosystem of support, whether it is through financial, education, mentorship, or access to tailored banking solutions, will help lift entrepreneurs and small businesses out of survival mode and enable them to thrive and scale. On behalf of environmentalists, to make a very passionate appeal to the Absa Foundation. And I hope it will sit well with you and with the members here. At Addis Ababa, at the African Union, there are usually some places that are reserved for Africans who have done an outstanding job. And you can then put a life-size bronze statue of that particular individual. Now, I want to let you know that the African Union has reserved space for Wangari Maathai. And that space has been lying bare for a very long time. So my passionate appeal to Absa is this. Since we are on the very soil that she protected vigorously, and your partners, can I appeal to the Absa Foundation to take up this challenge with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we link up with the Addis office. You send your experts there, you take the measurements, and if Absa can finance this bronze statue of Wangari Maathai, which can then be delivered by President William Ruto to Addis and installed at that venue, which is reserved, it would be a great honor. So it's an appeal that I am making. I hope it will find a soft spot in the hearts of Absa, because it will be a very strong statement about Kenya's conviction on matters environment, but also a very strong statement to Africa on matters of conservation